Number 13, Mohammed Hudson. Number 3, Logan Tolley. Number 4, Noah Peavy. Number 1, Blake Reed. Number 10, Tucker Shannon. Number 8, Michael Mutusami. Number 5, McCaleb Owens. Number 6, Josiah Mitchell. With manager Mike Paulett, coach Aaron Peavy, and Chad Pritchett. All right, and for our home team tonight, from St. Joe, number 6, Zay Jenkins. Number 12, Corey Williams. Number 2, Caden Brown. Number 5, Eli Harris. Number 9, Jaden Reese. Number 11, Terrell Williams. Number 3, Easton Buchanan. Number 8, Angel Mace. Number 4, Darian Cherry. Number 1, Kaysen Ashcraft. Number 7, Stratton Levins. And number 10, William Schoaf. With the manager Rashad Brown, coaches Harold Williams and Eric Mace. Let's play ball, guys.
All right, after a fairly lengthy delay of about 3 hours, three and a half hours, we are back for the final game of the day here on field number 1. We continue coverage of Dixie Youth AAA Division II state tournament. This is a game between Avon Park and Port St. Joe. Both teams are 2-0 in this tournament. Winner of this would play tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. against Paxton and put themselves in excellent position to win this state tournament. The loser would play tomorrow morning. I believe it's going to be 9 a.m. right now against San Antonio. But we rejoin you here from Bristol and Liberty County. Marty Palmer with you on Jock Jive as the heavy rain moved in a little bit after 5 o'clock, 5:30, and right now the lights are on as the sun about gone down for the day. It's still cloudy and windy, but here is the lineup for Avon Park, the visiting team for this game. Managed by Mike Pollitt, assisted by Aaron Peavy and Chad Pritchett. Leading off is the pitcher, number 12, Maddox Pollitt. Batting second at shortstop, number 2, Huntley Price. Hitting third and catching, number 17, Parker Pritchett. Batting fourth in center field, number 9, Cameron Fuse. Hitting fifth at third base, number 13, Mohammed Hudson. Batting sixth at second base, number 3, Logan Talley. Hitting seventh at first base, number 4, Noah Peavy. Blake Reed, the right fielder, number 1, will bat eighth. Hitting ninth is number 10, Tucker Shannon. Michael Mutusami, number 8, will bat 10th. McCaleb Owens, number 5, hits 11th. And Josiah Mitchell, the left fielder, to start, will bat 12th. The right-hander, Terrell Williams, will get the start for Port St. Joe. And he started yesterday and on Saturday. By the way, Port St. Joe Saturday rallied to beat Liberty County 6-5 in 7 innings, winning with 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Yesterday, 8-3 over Paxton. For Avon Park has had 2 easy victories, 18-3 in 3 innings over Franklin County on Saturday. And then yesterday, a 12-0 win over San Antonio, that game in 4 innings. Earlier today here in AAA was Paxton 14, West Fallujah 2 in 4 innings. Paxton eliminating West Fallujah, and it was San Antonio 8, Liberty County 6. Liberty County is eliminated. Avon Park in the red uniforms, white letters and numerals, white pants. And Port St. Joe will be in their home gold or yellow with the purple letters and numerals, white pants, the purple hat. Defensively for Port St. Joe, they're coached by Rashad Brown, assisted by Harold Williams and Eric Mace. We mentioned Williams will be the pitcher. Behind the plate, Corey Williams. He'll be the catcher. At first base, it's Caden Brown. Easton Buchanan at second. Zay Jenkins, the shortstop. In the outfield, Darian Cherry in right field. Eli Harris, the center fielder, and Jaden Reese is the left fielder. All right, we are ready to go. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. We start a little bit after 8:30 here on this Monday night as we are back in action on all 4 fields. As the game just finished up, actually from the Division 1 AAA Division 1. It was Marianna eliminating Spring Hill American 15-6. They finished on this field. They started on field 4. That's strike 2. And right now on field 2, Chuck Sebastian has the call of the game between Fort Meade and Franklin County in the Ozone Division 2. Mike Reinhout the call on field 3 of the majors, as that's fouled off to our right. Winners bracket game between Brooksville and Marianna, and Robert Williamson now on field 4. Sebring and Bartow, winners bracket game in AAA Division 1. In for called strike 3. So 3 straight fastballs, and we're making changes to the schedule as we speak, so we'll get to that in a minute. Maddox Pollitt strikes out for the first out. So instead of 9 a.m., 10 a.m. tomorrow will start. That'll be San Antonio against the loser of this game in AAA Division 2. And then 12:30 for Paxton in the winner of this game. That will be the same as well for AAA Division 1. As it's grounded to second by Huntley Price, the second baseman. Easton Buchanan on to first to get Price 4-3. And quickly 2 outs here in the top of the first. And that'll be the same for tomorrow as well in Ozone Division 1. Field 2, Holmes County and Okeechobee at 10 a.m. Spring Hill American, Spring Hill National at 12:30. Ozone Division 2, Bluntstown and Fort Meade at 10 a.m. Shalimar Liberty County on Field 3 at 12:30. And the 2 p.m. games on the majors tomorrow have been moved to 3 o'clock. Okay, so there is your update. Originally it was supposed to be 2 o'clock on the majors, 5 and 7:30. Because of the weather today, we'll be playing late, so we're going to start a little bit later. It had been moved to 9 a.m. and 11:30 earlier. Now it's going to be 10 and 12:30. Foul down the right field line, out of play by Huntley Price. Price yesterday had a walk and a single. 2 runs scored in a 4-inning victory over San Antonio. That's now inside. 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 strikeouts in this inning for Terrell Williams. And Avon Park goes 1-2-3 in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first. Avon Park, nothing. Port St. Joe coming to bat here on Jock Jive, live from Bristol and Liberty County. Here's the lineup for Port St. Joe. Leading off, the shortstop, number 6, Zay Jenkins. Hitting second and catching is number 12, Corey Williams. Batting third, the first baseman, number 2, Caden Brown. Hitting fourth in center field, number 5, Eli Harris. Hitting fifth in left field, number 9, Jaden Reese. Batting sixth is the pitcher, number 11, Terrell Williams. Batting seventh at second base, number 3, Easton Buchanan. Hitting eighth and third base, number 8, Angel Mace. Right fielder, number 4, Darian Cherry, bats ninth. Kason Ashcraft, number 1, will hit 10th. Number 7, Stratton Levins, bats 11th. And number 10, William Schoaf, is the 12th batters. You hit 1 through 12, and then you can go 1 through 9. Some teams, like Liberty County, went 1 through 12 the entire game. We'll see how Port St. Joe decides to play it. Avon Park will start Maddox Pollitt on the mound, a right-hander. The rest of the defense for the Avon Park All-Stars is Parker Pritchett behind the plate catching. Noah Peavy at first base. The second baseman is Logan Talley. Muhammad Hudson at third. The shortstop is Huntley Price. In the outfield, Josiah Mitchell in left. Cameron Fuse is the center fielder. And Blake Reed is in right field. Play 6 innings here in Dixie Youth Baseball. 10-run rule after 4, 15 after 3 if necessary. As we head now to the bottom of the first. I tell you, a great job here the grounds crew has done to get these fields back in shape to play tonight. After really heavy rain came in around about 5:30. And really to have these fields playable, and this was the first field to be playable, as they moved the last inning of the game between Marianne and Spring Hill American in AAA Division I to this field. Field 4 still being worked on, and they finished this up as, by the way, you look down the sides of each field, and there's water everywhere. But they were able to get these fields going. We had an airboat out there for a while. As we commend the crew here for getting this back, as it is starting to rain again. You can hear that on the crowd mic. So it's starting to rain again here. Oops. Just can't get a break, can we? Starting to come down again a little bit. As that's hit to short. Go to first is in time. Now coming down even harder. As Zay Jenkins grounds out to short. 1 out. That play made there by Huntley Price on to first. Reminder, if you want to send a shout out, they're available now. You see the number on your screen. You text 904-525-1324 for this game only. 904-525-1324. We'll get those on the air. Please do not call. Just text as.
Coaches, we are in a rain delay.
Corey Williams hit by
We are in a rain delay.
Oh, you heard that.
Please remove players from the field. We're in a rain delay.
All right, well. We made it to the bottom of the first. They had another delay here as the rain is started getting heavy, but now it's slowing down somewhat. But they've decided to delay it. As this game is at the bottom of the first, Port St. Joe has a runner at first base with 1 out as Corey Williams was hit by the pitch. But we are in a delay here again in Bristol. So we'll return when we have more information for you. This is the 2019 Dixie Youth Baseball Florida State Tournament, live here on Jock Jive. Marty Palmer, along with our crew from Jock Jive, Robert Williamson, Mike Rideout, and Chuck Sebastian. And we hope to return soon. We will let you know when we're back on the air.
Let's resume play.
All right, that might be the second shortest rain delay we've had this week. The one we had yesterday lasted about 2 or 3 minutes. This one, now about that long, actually, is the
All
teams
right, let's
left
resume
the field.
play.
There we go. Teams left the field. Now they are back on Avon Park. Back on the field, so we will be in the bottom of the first with 1 out. And a runner at first base for Port St. Joe. And no score in the bottom of the first. So Corey Williams was just hit by a pitch. He's at first with 1 out. And the batter will be Caden Brown. Port St. Joe up in the bottom of the first. Avon Park went 1-2-3 in the top of the first. This is a winner's bracket game. Both these teams are 2-0. Avon Park's won 2 games by a run rule. Port St. Joe's won 2 closer games, including an extra inning game where they came back on Saturday to beat Liberty County. Down the right field line, foul. Just out of play. Well, the cloud's still over the ballpark. Lights are on here now as we are at 8:45. Trying to get these games in so we can get back on schedule for tomorrow. We are down to 4 teams now here in AAA Division II. With the elimination of West Volusia and Liberty County this afternoon. Hits a shortstop, and it's right at, or second base, really. Huntley Price steps on the bag as it was hit right at the bag. And out at second is Corey Williams for the second out of the inning. Caden Brown will reach first, but now 2 outs. So back on the air now here in Bristol at the Veterans Memorial Park. Here is Eli Harris, a swing and a miss. Harris had a big game yesterday against Paxton. 2 triples, drove in 4 runs, was 2 for 3. Had one off the base of the left field fence to drive in 2 in the first. Port St. Joe beat Paxton 8-3. Popped up, hit high into right field, going to drop for a hit. It gets past the center fielder Fuse, heading to third, and now around third as the ball getting bobbled, and coming home to score is Corey Williams. So it's an RBI. It turns out to be a triple for Eli Harris again as he went all the way to third on a little blooper into right field. And your first run of the game, Port St. Joe gets on the board first again. They lead at 1-0. That's kind of been the story of the week so far for Port St. Joe. Here is Jaden Reese. So Harris with another RBI. Reese, it's a high fastball to first base, and stepping on the bag is Noah Peavy to end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit. Hit batter a fielder's choice, and 1 runner left on base. We head now to the second inning. Our score, Port St. Joe 1, Avon Park 0. And we will return to Bristol, Liberty County in a moment.
At the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third. Yard line. Jarvis Hall awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
Cameron Fuse took the first pitch for a strike as we start the top of the second inning. Avon Park down 1-0. He fouls that off on the third baseline out of play, so it's 0-2. Fuse yesterday against San Antonio had a double, a single, and a walk. 2 runs and 2 runs batted in. Here's a shout out. Let's go Logan Talley, number 3 from Uncle Justin in South Carolina. Get those shout outs to us for this game at 904-525-1324. That's 904-525-1324. 1-0 here in the top of the second. Port St. Joe getting a run on the bottom of the first. Just missed outside to Fuse, and it's 1-2. Fuse had a big game yesterday. Reason the schedule originally was supposed to be 2 major games at 2 o'clock tomorrow, and then 5 and 7:30 for AAA Division 1 and 2 and Ozone Division 1 and 2. But due to an expected tropical system off the Gulf of Mexico in this area, which is expected to really start with heavy rain tomorrow afternoon, evening into Wednesday, they moved up the games tomorrow. So we can have championship games Wednesday, as that's to the backstop, and it's ball 4, so Fuse works a walk. after falling behind 0-2. So Terrell Williams, his first walk. First base run of the game for Avon Park. Runner at first, nobody out. So with one out, or nobody out, here is Muhammad Hudson. Taken for a strike, 1-1. Reminder that you can follow Jock Jive on Facebook, Jock Jive Sports, on Twitter at Jock Jive. You can download for $5 per game each game of this Florida-Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament, and every game Jock Jive does, you can get it for that at info@jockjive.com. Our next coverage of Dixie Youth Baseball will be the AAA Ozone and Majors World Series, along with the Coach Pitch and Machine Pitch World Series coming up at the end of July and first week of August in Ruston, Louisiana. Muhammad Hudson, 1 for 2 with 2 runs yesterday, a walk and a single, and he takes a walk here. So now back-to-back walks for Avon Park to start the top of the second, as Fuse will head to second base. And with nobody out, Logan Talley will come to the plate, and that will bring out Coach Rashad Brown to talk to his team.
Yeah, I see him now. All right.
Getting the crowd mic back out on the overhang, right under where we're sitting, the press box behind home plate. Here is Logan Talley. Yesterday, Talley had a 2 RBI single, actually drove it 3 with a fielder's choice and a single, also reached on an error. And that's blooped into right field, base hit. Rounding third, Fuse, he will score. A ball still being bobbled in right field. Here comes Hudson around third, he's going to score. And now down to third, Talley the throw, and they get him at third. But a 2 RBI double, first hit of the game for Avon Park. And 2 runs coming in as Talley is thrown out at third for the first out, but Avon Park takes a 2-1 lead. So 2-1 Avon Park. Now on the top of the second, the bases are empty with 1 out. The ball was blooped into right field by Talley, driving in 2 more runs. Had a shout out for him earlier. Here's Noah Peavy. Yesterday it was 0 for 3 with an RBI. So Avon Park with a 2-1 lead. Port St. Joe got a run in the bottom of the first. An RBI triple by Eli Harris. And that misses for a ball. Let's go AP from Cotty and Avon Park. And they now lead it 2-1. Fouled off by Peavy. Cloudy, 78 right now, 90% humidity. Still feels like 86 at near 9 p.m. Peavy takes that for a ball. This is outside. And that's ball 4. So another walk, third of the inning. Third walk of the inning by Terrell Williams. And Peavy will head to first with 1 out. Blake Reed, the right fielder, now due up. Reed swings and misses for strike 1. 2 walks and a strikeout for Reed yesterday in the win against San Antonio. And that's hit foul on the first base line, out of play. Here's the pitch outside, and there's another walk. Ball 4, Reed. 4th walk of the inning. 1 out, first and second again for Avon Park. Already up 2-1. Gets to the backstop. Throw goes to third, and it'll get away over by shortstop. Run down there by Zay Jenkins, but Peavy to third, Reed to second on the double steal. Only 1 hit in the inning, 4 walks so far. Tucker Shannon 0 for 3 yesterday with 2 strikeouts against San Antonio. Called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Avon Park already up 2-1, trying to add to this lead. Called strike 2. Plate umpire really gets into the call. Looks like a strike 3 call. 1-2. And strike 3. 2 outs. Williams gets his second strikeout. That's his third strikeout, actually. He had 2 in the first. So 2 outs. Michael Mutusami now will bat. Mutusami walked yesterday and is only at bat. The number 10 hitter in the order for Avon Park. Second and third, now 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And the count even at 1-1. Just missed there. 2-1. Down the sides between the 4 fields here. And it is underwater, a lot of it. Three and one now. To Mutu Sammy. Full 3 and 2. 3 and 2 now. Terrell Williams, right-handed pitcher for Port St. Joe, has walked 4 here in the second. Only giving up 1 hit but 2 runs. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he comes back with back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. 4 Ks for Williams through 2. But Avon Park picks up 2 runs on 1 hit. They leave 2. As we head to the bottom of the second, it's 2-1 Avon Park leading over Port St. Joe, and we'll return here to Bristol in a moment.
At the 36-yard line. Charm is home.
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leaves the man at third.
Got some shout-outs for you here. AAA. Let's go Avon Park. Your Majors team is rooting for you. Bring it home, boys. Thank you for that shout-out. Send those to 904-525-1324. Starting at the bottom of the second for Port St. Joe, it is Terrell Williams. Williams yesterday had a single and was 1 for 2 in the victory over Paxton. Takes that low, 2-0. Avon Park with a hit. Port St. Joe with a hit as well. Port St. Joe got a run in the bottom of the first. Avon Park 2 in the top of the second to take the lead outside, and it's now 3-0. Alex Pollitt. By the way, this is a winner's bracket game. Both teams are 2-0. The winner will play Paxton tomorrow at 12:30, and the winner of that will move to the championship game Wednesday. Unless Paxton wins, forcing another game. The loser of this game plays San Antonio at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Balanoff that got a piece of the umpire that time. Foul back. Go to a full count now, 3-2. And ball 4. Great job, Logan, from the Nelsons and Kings. Let's go AP from your Majors team. Williams with the walk. to lead off the bottom of the second. First walk by Pollitt. He's at first now as Williams and Easton Buchanan will bat. Buchanan yesterday was 0 for 1 hit by a pitch, scored a run. On Saturday, walked twice and scored twice. First strike as Williams starts towards second, now back to first. Pitch gets away to the backstop, and that will allow Terrell Williams to get to second. And that again gets off the glove of the catcher, Pritchett, and that will allow the runner to move to third. So Williams now the timer at third with nobody out. And a swing and a miss by Buchanan. This is low. Rashad Brown, the manager for Port St. Joe, coaching down at third base. And that is ball 4. So missing inside against Buchanan. And 2 walks in this inning already for Maddox Pollitt. First and third. Nobody out. There's Angel Mace. Angel Mace yesterday against Paxton, 1 for 2 with a run scored, and was 0 for 2 with for 3 with an RBI on Saturday against Liberty County. As now to the mound comes manager Mike Pollitt to talk it over with Maddox Pollitt, as we have 2 on and nobody out for Port St. Joe here in the bottom of the second, trailing 2-1. The skies are dark for the evening. Lights are on here at the ballpark, Veterans Memorial Park here in Bristol. And Liberty County, the hosts for this AAA Majors at Ozone State Tournament. Mace, the left-hander, stepping in. It's a strike as Buchanan started towards second, and we'll go back to first. This is inside, and throw goes back to the pitcher. Pollitt faked the throw to third, but Buchanan takes second, so he'll take second without a throw. Second and third, nobody out. Called strike. And 2 now. Fouls it over third base side out of play. And the pitch. Now back again. So Mace staying alive here. Go Logan Talley. Shout out from the parents and players from AP Majors listening and cheering intensely. Shout out for number 4, Noah Peavy, first baseman for Avon Park. Great job in the tournament so far. Let's bring home a championship. Mom, Dad, who's the coach for Avon Park, Annabelle and Levi. And that's a foul ball and first baseline out of play. And staying alive there is Mace, just hit it foul. Two and two now. As that is fouled off. Again, third base side. Nice battle here with Mace. Against Maddox Pollitt. And a swing and a miss after all that. Pollitt comes back with his first strikeout. Getting him to swing at a fastball in the outside corner. 1 out. So now here is Darian Cherry. Cherry 0 for 2 yesterday against Paxton. 2 for 3 with a single double and an RBI on Saturday. The game tying double in the 7th for Liberty County. It's under the shortstop's glove. It's going to get all the way to the wall in left field and going to score 2 runs. Cherry heading to second. Ball's loose on the infield. He's heading to third. Throw. It's going to be over the head of the third baseman. And Cherry going to stop there as he had to slide into third. But Port St. Joe retakes the lead 3-2. Down ball right under the glove of Huntley Price at short. And Port St. Joe, after Avon Park took the lead in the top half of this inning, regains the lead 3-2. So Cherry goes to third. Full errors on that play. He's there with 1 out. Kason Ashcraft, the number 10 batter, up. Port St. Joe regains the lead 3-2. Outside to the backstop. Cherry will head back to third as it had passed Parker Pritchett that time, but not far enough. Back and forth we go early in this game. Port St. Joe will run in the first, 2 here in the second. Avon Park with 2 here in the top of the second. Hey, Isaiah, let's get this. We missed our mom Julie at work today because she was there with you. Let's go Maddox Pollitt. Shout out to Noah Peavy. Go AP from the Ogburns in Avon Park. Foul over by the third base dugout. 1-2 the count. Winner of this will be in excellent shape to win this AAA Division II state tournament. Both teams 2-0 coming in. Down to 4 teams in this bracket as West Fallujah eliminated earlier today by Paxton 14-2 in 4 innings, and then Liberty County was knocked out 8-6 by San Antonio. Full count 3-2 now. Ashcraft 0 for 1 yesterday, only 1 at bat. And are we proud of these young men? AP showing their talent with so many teams from our small town representing its state at various levels. Thank you for that shout out. I think umpire just said something to Rashad Brown about being at third base coach's box. He will come halfway up that line noticed his first couple of games to talk to the players. Umpire said, stay over there near third base. There's ball 4. Third walk of the inning by Pollitt. First and third, one out. Oh, and Cherry ends up coming home. Now the throw goes to third, and the runner's safe there. Ball was just running around the infield, and Cherry scores to make it 4-2. And now a timeout. Here comes Mike Pollitt. We may have a pitching change here. 3-run inning for Port St. Joe. He'll take the ball from Maddox Pollitt. Didn't really see what happened there with Cherry. All of a sudden he was home. Stealing home as the ball was in the glove of the pitcher. And all the way to third goes Ashcraft. So 4-2 now the score. We have a new pitcher for Avon Park. Number 2, Huntley Price. Home run. Huntley Price will be the new pitcher, and we'll talk more about that when we return to Bristol as we continue coverage of this Dixie Youth Baseball AAA Division II state tournament.
At the 36-yard line. Jarmus home.
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leaves the man at third.
All right, welcome back. Another bathroom break as well for our base umpire, as the new pitcher mentioned Huntley Price now is in. Price walked and singled, scored 2 runs yesterday. Or pardon me, starting pitcher yesterday. Went into the 4th inning in that win. But a family tradition going for Avon Park. It's now 4-2 Port St. Joe. Stratton Levens at the plate, and he lines one into center for a base hit. And that will bring home Ashcraft with the 4th run of the inning. It's an RBI single. It's only the 2nd hit so far 4. Port St. Joe, and the lead's now 5-2. William Schoaf, 0 for 1 yesterday, the number 12 batter. 4-run inning for Port St. Joe, now up 5-2. 3 walks in this inning, an error, and that was the first hit. This is outside. Runner heads to second. Throw goes into center field. And now rounding third, and now heading back to third is Levens. That'll be a throwing error and a stolen base. Runner moves to third with 1 out. William Schoaf. This is outside. And ball 4. So Schoaf with a walk. That's the first walk by Price. 4th walk of the inning. First and third, 1 out. And Schoaf halfway to second will head back to first base as Price will look him back. Top of the order now, Zay Jenkins. 8th batter of the inning. That misses high. Right-hander Price hit down the right field line, and it is foul ball. And it's tempting to make the play down the line. There was first baseman Noah Peavy. Zay Jenkins grounded to short, his only a bat in the first inning. Inside, that got Jenkins. And he'll head to first. Down on the foot, I believe, as he was trying to get away from it. Bases loaded with still only 1 out. So a chance for a huge inning for Port St. Joe here as the wildness. 4 walks and a hit batter here in the bottom of the second for Port St. Joe. Or as they're known, St. Joe. Corey Williams hit by a pitch in the first. And now a timeout. Here comes Mike Pollitt again to the mound. Long meeting here with the Avon Park infield. Trouble here in this game now, down 5-2. Still only the bottom of the second, long way to go. But it's going to be another pitching change. So the third pitcher of the inning, as Price only faced 3 batters, allowed a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. And it's going to be Muhammad Hudson, number 13, now taking over on the mound. So bases loaded, 1 out for Port St. Joe, and Hudson is the new pitcher. We'll return to Bristol in a moment.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
So Hudson finished with his warm-up tosses. Marty Palmer with you back here on Jock Jive, live from Bristol and Liberty County. Corey Williams by pitch his first at bat will step in against Muhammad Hudson, the third pitcher for Avon Park in this inning. Alex Pollitt started the inning, replaced by Huntley Price, who only faced 3 hitters, and now it is Muhammad Hudson. First pitch, a ball, 1-0. It's a little bit high and outside, now 2-0. The sun is gone for the day. It was gone a while ago, but lights now on here on this field 1. I'd like to once again commend the job of the crew here, grounds crews. That's hit to third. Stepping on third for the second out of the inning is, I believe that's Price, who's at third base now, but he does get the second out of the inning. 5 unassisted as Schoaf is out, but that brings in a run to make it 6-2. Now 2 outs. RBI for Corey Williams. Levens scoring. Schoaf is out at third, so Jenkins at second. Williams at first with now 2 outs. Caden Brown, it's a fielder's choice, and scored in the first. This is outside. 5 runs here in this inning for Port St. Joe. 2-0 the count now. Only 2 hits unofficially for Port St. Joe so far, and only 1 in this inning. This is for a ball. The throw will go to third, and then we'll head back to second base. (6-2) the score. If you want to get a shout out, 904-525-1324 is the number. Just for this game only. Taken for a strike by Brown. 2-1 now. This is for ball 3. Actually, that's ball 4. So Brown with the walk. And the bases are loaded again with 2 outs. Walk number 5 of this inning. Now you're going to have big Eli Harris up here. A chance to really break this game open. Harris. Triple and a run in the first. 10th batter of the inning. That gets away to the backstop. And another run will score as sliding in is Zay Jenkins on the wild pitch. And it's now 7-2. Hunters move up to second and third. So Harris taking that outside for a ball. Line into left field, and it's past the left fielder all the way to the wall again for Harris. He's going to drive in two more as he's heading to third. The throw goes to the shortstop, and Harris in with another triple. He had a triple earlier in this game. He's got two more runs batted in, and now it's a 9-2 lead for Port St. Joe. Only their third hit of the game, but Harris has two of them. And an 8-run inning for Port St. Joe here in the bottom of the second. They are really crushing the ball. Well, actually, they're not. They're taking advantage of walks and hit batters and all kinds of things like that. An error, only one error, but still. That's to the backstop. Harris thought about coming in. He'll stay back at third as Jaden Reese is up. Swing and a miss. Boy, Reese went after a pretty tough pitch out there. 2 outs. A runner at third, but 8 runs are in from Port St. Joe here in the bottom of the second. A little bit high. Thanks goes out to, oops, sorry. Thanks goes out to all the coaches, those who work concessions to make these games possible. And another ball that gets away down the third base line, and scoring is Harris on another wild pitch. And it's now 10-2. Coach Josiah and boys, you got this. Love mom and family. (10-2) score now. Reese is still at the plate. Reese swings and misses that for strike 2. 1-2 now. Nine-run inning for Port St. Joe. Avon Park has used 3 pitchers here. Hudson trying to finish it off. Plate umpire checking on the count. It's full 3-2. And that's ball 4. So the inning continues. Terrell Williams will hit. Started this inning with a walk, later scored. A 9-run second for Port St. Joe. A little bit low. Runner heading to second. Pritchett's throw down. It was on the money, but it was dropped by the shortstop. And the runner safe at second. Would have been close there. And up and in, nearly hit Williams. He had to step back. Hudson to the stretch, and that's to the backstop. Throw will go to third. Not quite in time. Reese now at third base. Still in the bottom of the second. – 3-0 now to Williams. And that's ball 4. So he walks for the second time in this inning. That's the 6th walk of the inning. Actually, 7th walk, pardon me. First and third again with 2 outs. We're in danger for a 10-run roll or maybe even a 15-run roll. That's after 3, and that's it for Hudson. Boy, Mike Pollitt just needs somebody to get outs at this point. He's now going to use his 4th pitcher of this inning with Easton Buchanan due up. First and third, 2 outs. And another pitcher coming in for Avon Park. They've gone in this inning from Pollitt to Price to Hudson. And now they're going to put in big Cameron Fuse, number 9. And he is big. Tall right-hander on the mound. So he'll try to get the final out of this inning with Port St. Joe leading it now 10-2 over Avon Park. We'll return to Bristol in a moment.
At the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall.
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
At the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall.
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
All right, Buchanan stepping in against Cameron Fuse. Let's go St. Joe, number 8, Mace. We love you. Way to go, Eli. So runner goes to second there on that play. Buchanan. But low and outside. Kenner walked and scored earlier in this inning. Big right-hander Fuse, fouled off by Buchanan. And 2 strikes now. 10-2 is the score. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So Fuse finally gets the strikeout to end the bottom of the second. 9 runs for Port St. Joe. Only had a couple of hits in that inning. But they now have a 10-2 lead as we head to the top of the third. And we will return to Bristol 2019 Dixie Youth Baseball AAA Division II State Tournament after this.
at the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
at the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
All right, we start at the top of the third. Avon Park with McCaleb Owens leading it off. Now a 10-2 lead for Port St. Joe. Swing and a miss by Owens. Shout out here. Let's go Fuse, light that fire and get this for AP. Thank you, Jock Jive. Really appreciative of being able to listen to the games. Great job with the play-by-play. I appreciate that as well. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate you tuning in. Owens. Number 11 hitter in the order. And there's a walk. Owens leads off the top of the third with a walk. Heads to first base. Josiah Mitchell, the left fielder, who started in left field. Now the number 12 batter will hit now. Williams now has actually walked 5. Went 4 last inning. Avon Park got 2 runs on 1 hit. This is outside. Port St. Joe here in the top of the third. Winner on to play Paxton tomorrow at 12:30. Loser will drop down to play San Antonio tomorrow at 10 a.m. That will be an elimination game. The 4 teams in the Dixie Youth Baseball AAA Division II state tournament for Florida. 2-2 the count. And just missed outside for ball 3, 3-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Mitchell strikes out for the first out of the inning. Top of the order now, Maddox Pollitt, who struck out looking his first at bat. Pollitt yesterday was 2 for 2 with 2 runs in the win over San Antonio. Avon Park needs some help now Trailing at 10-2 here in the top of the third. As that misses outside. So you bring over Sebring leading Bartow 2-1 in AAA Division I right now. Albert Williamson on field 4 with the coverage there. Chuck Sebastian on field 2. Coverage of the Ozone Division II game between Fort Meade and Franklin County. And Mike Wright out on field 3 for that game between Brooksville and Mariana. Well, the winner's bracket game. This is outside to Pollitt. Counts 3-1. And that is ball 4 again. So another walk by Williams. First and second. One out. Port St. Joe has 10 runs and only 3 hits. 6 walks by Port St. Joe's Terrell Williams as that first pitch by Huntley Price hit foul third base side. And on the other side, there have been 6 walks as well by the 4 Avon Park pitchers to this point. So 12 walks combined between the two. So with first and second one out, Price bloops one into right field for a base hit. Runners will hold at third as the throw comes into the shortstop near second base. And that is only the second hit of the game for Avon Park, but they've loaded the bases now with one out. So a chance for Avon Park to get back in this game. Let's go Josiah. As Josiah Mitchell was just up. Here is Parker Pritchard, who struck out looking his first at bat. Count is 1-1. Hit to second and under the glove of the second baseman into right field. 2 runs are going to score as an error there for the second baseman in Buchanan in between his legs. And now Avon Park down 10-4. First error of the game for Port St. Joe. And still only one out with first and second. So Avon Park gets 2 of the runs back. That ball hit right at Buchanan at second, went between his legs. Cameron Fuse now pitching. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Side for ball 2. 2-0 now. And a swing and a miss, 2-1. And that gets away to the backstop. Runners will move up to second and third. And here comes Avon Park. 9-run second for Port St. Joe. Avon Park with 2 here in the top of the third and threatening to get back in it here. Swing and a miss by Fuse. Got a high fastball, full count. Actually, that's strike 3. Another strikeout for Terrell Williams. He now has 6. 2 outs. Big second out there. And here is Muhammad Hudson, who walked and scored in the second. Called strike outside corner. Here's Hudson now. Swings and misses. Count goes to 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And how about Williams coming back with back-to-back strikeouts and preventing further damage. So 2 runs in that inning for Avon Park. Only 1 hit. There were 2 more walks, an error, and 2 were left on base. As we head now to the bottom of the 3rd, 10-4, Port St. Joe leading Avon Park. We'll return here in a moment.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Back here in Bristol on Jock Tie, bottom of the 3rd, 10-4. Port St. Joe leading Avon Park. Winner is in excellent shape to win the AAA Division II state tournament for Florida here in Liberty County. Both teams 2-0 coming into this game. Port St. Joe with that 9-run second. It's not Buchanan, you're right, because he's a left-hander. They don't really give us the substitutions up here. So thank you for that. I'll check that out next inning. Hard to see the numbers now with the lights shining in here. So, but you're right, Easton Buchanan is a lefty, so he is not at second base for Port St. Joe. Fuse finishes the warm-up tosses. Thanks for pointing that out. As we head now to the bottom of the 3rd. It's a 10-4 lead for Port St. Joe after the 9-run second. Avon Park with 2 runs in the second and the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd coming up now. Fuse, the right-hander, facing Angel Mace leading it off in the bottom of the 3rd. 14 hitters came to the plate last inning for Port St. Joe. They scored 9 runs. As Mace swings and misses at that pitch. Well, as we said, the schedule has been changed tomorrow. That's fouled on the third base side. Originally, we were supposed to be on at 5 and 7:30 tomorrow with the AAA Division 1 and 2 state tournament, as well as the majors, or pardon me, Ozone Division 1 and 2. And the majors would start at 2 o'clock with 2 games, but the majors games will now be at 3. And we will be on at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. for AAA Division 1 and 2 tomorrow, as well as Ozone Division 1 and 2, due to the weather expected later in the day. Or it might come earlier. Who knows? We hope to get the games in tomorrow and they get to the championship games Wednesday. Fuse is just a bit outside as it slips out of his hand, about 10 feet outside to the backstop. And bounced up for ball 4. So another walk. So Mace leads off the bottom of the third. That is walk number 7 by 4 Avon Park pitchers. They walked 6 last inning. They've hit 2, has now walked 7 and hit 2 as well. So that's 9 base runners that have reached for Port St. Joe via walk or a hit batter. They have 3 hits and they lead 10-4. Darian Cherry now to the plate. And that goes to the backstop again. Cherry reached on an error and scored last inning. Ball gets away again and going down to third base. Pritchett throw is not in time. So Cherry with a runner at third. Nobody out. That's it foul. See the number in your screen. You can text 904-525-1324 for your shout-outs for this game. We have heard from Avon Park. And some from Port St. Joe. A lot of Avon Park participation here. And that's ball 4. It'll get away again, and it'll score another run. Another wild pitch as Cherry will reach on a walk. And Mace scores to make it 11-4. We'll go back to the top of the order, and Zay Jenkins, who was grounded to short, hit by a pitch and scored in the second. Jenkins steps out and takes a strike. And a ball again outside to the backstop. We'll move Cherry to second. Inside Jenkins, that's hit to short. Go to first is not in time. And Jenkins will reach base. That'll be an infield hit. Good play at short. By Pollitt, just not in time. So first and third, nobody out. Here's Corey Williams. Roll head to second. Nope. Instead of go back to Fuse, who drops the ball, and it rolls over to the first base line, but Jenkins with a stolen base. So now second and third again, nobody out. And again to the backstop. And another run scores. Ball still on the infield as Pritchett tosses it by Fuse. And it's 12-4. Tough game for Pritchett there. It's the fourth Avon Park pitcher. They just can't get anybody out. There's still nobody out in this inning. Williams has been hit by a pitch. The fielder's choice and RBI. It's only 3 hits for Port St. Joe. It's been all kinds of walks and hit batters. Combination of much for Avon Park that have hurt them here. Up and in. Port St. Joe with a run in the first. They scored 9 in the second. 2 already here in the third. Avon Park with the 2 runs in the second and the third inning. Bounced up again. That'll get to the backstop, and another run scores. And outside is Jenkins. Scores for the second time. (13-4) is the score. 10-run rule would have to be after 4 innings. So we're not quite there yet in the bottom of the third. There's a 15-run rule after 3. 2-0 the count to Corey Williams. Come on. Popped up on the infield, and the catch is made for the first out. Logan Talley, the second baseman. So Williams out to the second baseman, 1 out. Again, Avon Park not eliminated with a loss tonight. They would have to come back and play at 10 a.m. tomorrow against San Antonio, a team they already beat 12-0 on Sunday. This will put Port St. Joe in an excellent position, because they would have another meeting with Paxton tomorrow at 12:30. They already beat Paxton on Sunday as well, 8-3. Caden Brown is reached on a fielder's choice, scored a run, and walked. The 10 batter up against Cameron Fuse. That's well outside. For a strike. One out, nobody on for Port St. Joe in this inning. Fouled back by Brown. Reminder to follow Jock Jive on Facebook, Jock Jive Sports, Twitter at Jock Jive. We can download each game in this tournament and every tournament for Dixie Youth Baseball. $5 per game. You can go to info@jockjive.com for more information there. Also, next coverage of Dixie Youth Baseball will be the Coach Pitch Machine Pitch World Series last week of July, and first week of August we'll have the Majors Ozone and AAA World Series coming up in Ruston, Louisiana. So Brown up with 1 out. Bounced up again to the backstop. Caden Brown had an RBI single yesterday against Paxton. 3 hits on Saturday, 2 RBI in that game, and the win over Liberty County. That's ball 4. Outside, and Brown will walk for the second time. And I'll bring up Eli Harris. 2 more triples, 3 runs batted in this game, and a run scored for Eli Harris. And quite a 2 games he's had. Mentioned his game yesterday with 4 RBI and 2 triples in that game. A lot of triples for him. 1 for 3 on Saturday. Batting in the cleanup spot. Big center fielder. Called strike on the outside corner. Again, thrown way outside to the backstop. Runner will head to second. Is high. Game has been going for an hour and 20 minutes already. Bottom of the 3rd. Lots of walks. Called strike on the outside corner to Harris. 2-2 the count. 1 out runner at second. 3 runs in this inning for Port St. Joe as their lead has been extended to 13-4. This is low. And there's ball 4. Another walk. First and second, 1 out. So Mariana has beaten Brooksville. Reese. What's going on? Well, we've got a delay here for some reason. The umpire has pulled the teams off the field. I don't know what's going on over here, but everybody's left the field. All right, we're having a discussion. We're just going to leave it at this for now. Between the coaches and the umpires, as well as Florida State Director Tony Smith. And let's see who else is down there. I believe is that Sam Rudd down there as well, umpire director? Yep. And right now we're waiting to see what this is about, but there could be a protest here, but we're not going to say anything until we know for sure. But Coach Rashad Brown of Port St. Joe and Mike Pollitt of Avon Park are both meeting right by the pitcher's mound. So we came to seeing about 15 walks combined here in the third inning. It's 13-4, Port St. Joe leading in, and we have a bit of a delay here. So let's take a break. We'll come back and let you know what we have in a moment.
At the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
at the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Kemp will wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leaves the man at third.
at the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Kemp will wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leaves the man at third.
at the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Kemp will wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leaves the man at third.
at the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Kemp will wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leaves the man at third.
at the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Kemp will wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leaves the man at third.
3-yard line. Jarvis Hall awfully close.
Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leaves a man at third.
All right, we're back. Okay, let's recap. We've gone back to before the illegal pitch. Terrell Williams had too many pitches, 75. So we're in the top of the third. Well, we'll recap in a minute. It's a 10-4 game. We're back at the top of the third, and Cameron Fuse with a 2-2 count. Lines one into right field for a base hit. He's out at second for the second out of the inning, but he brings home 2 runs. We have second and third, so we went back to the top of the third. And now with that, Avon Park is within 4, 10-6. So it was 13-4 when we went to the break. Those runs have been wiped out completely. And now, instead of a strikeout, Fuse brings home those 2 runs with a base hit. So Williams has been replaced on the mound by number 9, Jaden Reese. So they were going back to before the 75th pitch happened, which was too many for Williams. He went over the limit. So we went back to the top of the third as that's blooped into right field for a base hit by Mohammed Hudson. So wipe out with 3 runs for Port St. Joe in the bottom of the third. And we're now back in the top of the third. It's now Avon Park trailing at 10-6. Chuck's giving me chicken tenders because I don't know what just happened. We've literally gone back in time in this game. I love it. Back to the top of the third. First time that's happened. So illegal, too many pitches, illegal pitcher was the call. So back to the top of the third we are. Avon Park's up. So this is really good for them. They were down 9. Now they're down 4, 10-6 with a runner at first and 2 outs. Logan Talley now will hit. Thanks to my man for all the help here. I was literally had no idea where we were in the game. But we have gone back to the top of the third. We have a couple of finals. Mariana beat Brooksville in 5, 20-2 in the major side. And Fort Meade 10, Franklin County 5 in Ozone Division 2. And it is not a title. What happened is one of the shout-outs I received, and hopefully you got it now. Hudson will end up at second base. He's there with 2 outs. So the rule book definitely in play here. Talley doubled in 2 his first time up. So it is Reese. And, well, pardon me, actually, Peavy's up now. Talley with a walk. So Noah Peavy walked his first time up. Really discombobulated here. So we're in the top of the third. Now it's 10-6. First and second, 2 outs for Avon Park. Feel free to send the shout-outs. If I know what's going on, I'll get to them. 904-525-1324. This game is already over an hour and a half, and now we're in the top of the third. And a swing, and Peavy got a piece of it. Oh, nope, swing. Well, we have a little bit of discussion here. Peavy thought he had struck out. Oh, it's a foul ball, so Port St. Joe will come back on the field. So a little bit of everything here tonight. All the foul tip. And that's outside. And another wild pitch, second and third. So second and third now with 2 outs. Foul ball, first base out of play. So Fort Meade is now 3-0 in Ozone Division 2 after their win over Franklin County. Have not quite clinched that. Need to beat Bluntstown tomorrow, and they will have clinched. That's round robin, so based on best record there. PV down. One and two. Fouls it off first base side out of play. And into over first base side behind the bag. The catch is made to end the inning by Caden Brown. So, as it turns out, that is a 4-run inning for Avon Park. They do leave 2 on base. We'll head now to the bottom of the third. Actually, it's the bottom of the third. And so Port St. Joe will come up again for the bottom of the third for the second time. Their lead now, instead of 10-4, it's 10-6. So we'll be back in a moment.
At the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
Yard line. Jarvis Hall
awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
All right, bottom of the third again for Port St. Joe. So we go back to Jalen Reese leading off. Actually, pardon me, this is Angel Mace. So Mace, well, he struck out his first at bat. He had walked and scored, but he leads off the bottom of the third. As again, we're replaying this third inning. Logan Talley is the pitcher now for Avon Park, so he is their 5th pitcher of the game. They now trail it by 4, 10-6, as we had an illegal pitcher Terrell Williams threw too many pitches for Port St. Joe, so we went from being 13-4 in the bottom of the third to 10-4 in the top of the third. And Avon Park got 2 more runs when we came back. Great job, AP. You can do this. Good luck to all the boys. Proud of you, Josiah. Love, Mom. This is very, very interesting. And we came back immediately, and Avon Park got 2 on the board, so they're within 4 now at 10-6. Mace followed by Cherry. Fouled over third base side out of play. The winner here plays Paxton tomorrow at 12:30, pardon me. And Mace will head to first base. So, hit by pitch there. Called strike, outside corner to Cherry. Bartow and Sebring, the other game going on right now. Division 1 AAA. Albert Williamson on field 4, still going with that game. Runner heads to second as the throw is not in time. Oh. So runner to second base. So Mace, as the ball was thrown back to the pitcher, threw it down to second. Not in time. Stolen base. Cherry grounds it to third. Bobbled at third. And throw over, not in time. Runner will head to third base as Cherry reaches. That'll be a hit. Infield hit. 4th of the game for Avon, or for Port St. Joe. Back to the top of the order. Say Jenkins. So we are deleting the box score for the bottom of the third that didn't happen, even though we saw it happen. And we are back to Zay Jenkins, who had singled and scored a run already earlier, but now, again, we are replaying this bottom of this inning and top of the inning as well. Swing and a miss there by Jenkins. That is... I think you've seen everything, and then this has happened tonight. Playing by the rules, and we've had a long day with the delay of about 3 hours. Slow roller going to be a tough play at third, and the throw is not in time. Another run is in. Runner heading to third base, and as the throw gets away, Jenkins goes to second, and it's 11-6. Base hit for Jenkins and an error. An RBI. Error moves the runners up. Swing and a miss by Corey Williams. So second and third, nobody out. Running in this inning as Port St. Joe extends the lead back to 5. Well, so far it's starting out like the original bottom of the third. As Port St. Joe had put 3 runs on. Outside. Home run derby going on tonight. All-star game festivities. All-star break happening in Cleveland. Progressive Field. And the final going on right now between Vlad Guerrero Jr. of the Blue Jays and Pete Alonso, New York Mets. Alonso with 30 homers in the first half from the University of Florida and Tampa Plant graduate. Ball gets away. to the backstop, and Cherry will score. And Williams will go to second. Another run is in to make it 12-6. Second and third, still nobody out. Chuck's day is over. Long day for him. Ended about 10 o'clock, nearly 13 hours. The 4 games he broadcast today. The rest of us had 3, but the 3-hour weather delay around 5 o'clock. It's made for another long day as that's fouled off to the third base side out of play. Caden Brown inside. This is actually Noah Peavy, pardon me. Number 4 is pitching. It was number 3 Tally. It is Peavy. Apologies. This is outside. So after Avon Park cut it to 4, Fort St. Joe right back with 2 runs here at the bottom of the third, 12-6. Yep, thank you, Noah Peavy. Sorry. It's getting hard to see the numbers as we get late at night with the lights shining in the window here. It is not, I looked at the wrong name. It is Peavy pitching. Sorry, Logan Tally's mom. Tally Mama had heart failure, she said. Sorry. I just noticed that, and then I saw your shout out, but it is Peavy. It's been a long few days. Brown. Ball 4. So Brown will walk again. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. Now here's Eli Harris. Pops it foul, first base side out of play. 12-6. We're in the bottom of the third. Popped up, third base side, it gets out of play. Protest over there too. Oh, we have apparently a protest possibly in the other game going on in AAA Division I between Sebring and Bartow. Eli Harris has had quite a couple of good games here in this tournament. Sam Rudd's been busy tonight. He's heading back down onto field 4. So now we have a protest issue, it seems like, in Sebring Bartow game. Grounded to third. Could have stepped on third, instead throw to first, not in time. And now 2 runs are going to score as pay attention to Jenkins and Williams, and all the way to third goes Brown. 2 more runs in. It's 14-6 on an infield hit. Really could have maybe stepped on third there. Port St. Joe has scored 4 runs in this inning anyway. So Brown brings in 1. The infield hit. Here is Eli Harris. Oh, pardon me, it was Eli Harris. Popped and dropped at second base. On a pop fly, another run will score. Brown scores to make it 15-6. Harris the third. And the second goes Reese on that play, and that'll be an error. It was dropped and a tally at second. Swing and a miss. So after going back in time to replay the third, it was 13-4. Now it's 15-6. It's not a whole lot of difference. It's back to a 9-run game. Avon Park did get 2 additional runs when we went back to replay the top of the third, but Port St. Joe has added 5 here in the bottom of the third. Don't believe we don't have any outs yet in this inning. Well, it would take 6 more runs to get to a 15-run roll here. It is 10 runs after 4. 15 after 3. Swing and a miss. And there's your first out of the inning. And it's Terrell Williams striking out, 1 out. This is outside. Easton Buchanan. So the second inning was a 9-run inning for Port St. Joe. This is a 5-run inning. Buchanan batted twice in the second, walked and scored, and then struck out. Second and third, 1 out. The pitch from Peavy back to the mound. Peavy looks to first, makes the play there as the run scores. 1-3 put out, RBI for Buchanan. Harris scores to make it 16-6. All right, so Angel Mace now with 2 outs and a runner at third. Well, it is a 10-run lead now, so if they can hold Avon Park off the scoreboard in the top of the fourth, the game would end as that ball gets away, but not far enough for the run to score. Ground ball goes to second base. Tally, did he stay on the bag? No. Tally pulls Huntley Price off the bag. There'll be an error charge to the second baseman, and now it's another run in for Port St. Joe. So it's 17-6 now. What are we doing? Come on. So looks like another pitching change here for Avon Park. So we'll return with the score 17-6. They're in the bottom of the third. Back in a moment.
At the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
Yard line. Jarvis Hall
awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
Cherry strikes out for the third out of the inning. As we return here to action. All right, well, that inning finally comes to an end. So after replaying the third, most of it, 7 runs to report for the fourth coming up. And back in a moment.
At the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
All right, we head to the top of the fourth. After about 2 hours, we are in the top of the fourth. 17-6, a little bit of everything in this game. Avon Park, though, needs 2 runs to keep it going. Trailing by 11. Blake Reed leads it off. Avon Park with 2 in the second, 4 in the third. Port St. Joe scored a run in the first, 9 in the second, 7 in the third. 16 runs the last 2 innings. And on the mound, as that's a called strike to Reed. This is Jaden Reese trying to finish it off in Port St. Joe into the game tomorrow at 12:30 against Paxton. Again, the schedule has changed for tomorrow. 10 a.m. it'll be San Antonio against, it looks like, Avon Park. Elimination game. And then 12:30. Right now, it looks like Port St. Joe will play Paxton. Be rematches of games on Sunday in the AAA Division II state tournament. Bartow is, or Sebring is leading Bartow 8-2. That game in the 6th over in the Division I AAA. That's in the 5th, actually. Robert Williams has still got the call there, as that is behind the hitter. Condensation starting to come in on the window again. Pete Alonso has won the Home Run Derby. Home Run Derby, former Florida Gator and playing high school in Tampa product. So congratulations to him. Pete Alonso, the New York Mets, beating Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And Reed takes strike 3. So 1 out here in the top of the 4th. So Avon Park would not be eliminated with a loss. They were 2-0 coming in. We'll start at 10:30 in the morning tomorrow. 10 a.m., pardon me, tomorrow. Ozone Division I state tournament on field 2, Holmes County and Okeechobee. And Bluntstown at Fort Meade will be on field 3. And then the 2 major games at 3 p.m. tomorrow, San Antonio versus Mariana. And Alpha will take on Brooksville. Those will be on fields 1 and 4. Swing and a miss now. And it's 1 and 2. Sebring leading on the 5th. So a walk there to Tucker Shannon. Runner at first, 1 out. And Maddox Pollitt, top of the order. He struck out and walked. Max Pollitt was the starting pitcher when we started this game a couple hours ago. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Avon Park led this game after their 2-run second, 2-1, but all fell apart for them in the second with 6 walks that led to 9 Port St. Joe runs. They had 9 runs in that inning. Port St. Joe on 1 hit. 6 walks and a hit batter, an error in that inning. Port St. Joe only has 6 hits, but they have 17 runs. Fouled back by Pollitt. 1-2 the count. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. And Reese with his second strikeout. And now 1 out for Port St. Joe to move on. Huntley Price, last hope for Avon Park here in this game. He's 1 for 2. Takes the first pitch for a strike Actually swinging there, 0-1. Runner at first with 2 outs and hit to into center field. Just past Williams at shortstop, Terrell Williams, and it's a hit for Price. The inning will stay alive, first and second with 2 outs. Parker Pritchett will try to keep the game going. He has struck out and reached on an error, 0 for 2. Foul tip by Pritchett. Got a piece of the catcher or the umpire there. Four teams left in this AAA Division II state tournament. Outside. And the count 1-1. Top of the 6th, and Sebring leading Bartow 8-2. Shot Brown going down to talk to the scorekeeper, probably making sure the pitch is again, since we've already had one issue with that in this game for Port St. Joe. Apparently the scorekeeper knew, and Port St. Joe forgot to tell the manager, or tell the coach. Strike, and it's 1-2 now to the Avon Park catcher, Parker Pritchett. 0-2-2. It's stopped there by Cordy Williams behind the plate for Port St. Joe. Hit into center field, base hit. I'll throw the. He's holding the ball in center field. Yeah, it looked like he could have had a shot at the runner at second base. But bases are loaded, 2 outs. Well, if that runner at second comes in, we'll keep playing to the bottom of the 4th at least. So another hit. Pritchett, his first of the game, 2 hits in this inning. Cameron Fuse now back up. He had a 2 RBI single in the 3rd. And we're going to have a pitching change. So Port St. Joe trying to finish this game right here. They will bring in now number 6, Zay Jenkins, to pitch. So he'll be the 3rd pitcher of the game for Port St. Joe. And we will see if he can finish this off when we return right after this.
At the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Kemp will wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at 3rd.
Right, Fuse steps up against Jenkins, swings and misses at the first pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Jenkins pitched in both games. Saturday against Liberty County and relief. Yesterday against Paxton in relief. Missing outside, 1-1. Avon Park trying to keep this game going. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Down to the last out here at the top of the 4th, trailing by 11. And lined up into center field. That's going to get all the way to the wall. And it may clear the bases. 2 runs are in. 3rd run to the plate, and he's tagged out. But, okay, we'll play on anyway to the bottom of the 4th. So it's 17-8. The umpire's looking up here at the score. Well, the game's not over. I don't know why Port St. Joe is celebrating. It's 17-8. We're going to play to the bottom of the fourth. That's pretty much the way this has gone. And it's a two-run double. Two-run double by Fuse. It brings in enough to keep the game going. And then Pritchett is thrown out at the plate for the third out, but we will play to the bottom of the fourth. Avon Park gets 2 runs, and they trail it now 17-8. So Port St. Joe, 1 run would end it. But play on we will here in this winner's bracket game live from Liberty County.
At the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
at the 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
Awfully close. Campbell wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leads the man at third.
Well, all the games have gone final except this one, as Sebring just beat Bartow 8-2. And they are on to play Mariana tomorrow at 12:30 in the Division I AAA state tournament. It'll be Holmes County and Bartow at 10 a.m. an elimination game. Bottom of the fourth here, it's 17-8 Port St. Joe with the lead, is a new pitcher again for Avon Park, Michael Mutusami. And this is, okay, trying to see who's batting. Let's go Big Red for your hometown. Thank you for the shout out. Outside, who's batting? It is Zay Jenkins, back at the top of the order here in the bottom of the fourth. So Avon Park getting 2 runs at the top of the fourth to keep the game going. Cameron Fuse now has driven in 4 runs on 2 hits the last 2 innings. One run will end it for Port St. Joe here in the fourth. Three and one now. And there's ball 4. So Jenkins walks to lead off the fourth. Corey Williams now will hit. Williams that misses outside, and Jenkins will head to second, will steal second base Throw just a little bit late, so now the runner at second with nobody out. And pop to first. Catch is made at first base by Peavy. Williams pops up for the first out. One out, here's Caden Brown. Out off to our left here towards field 4. Sebring in the driver's seat in Division I AAA. Foul back by Brown. Strike 3 on the outside corner. And now the runner is hung up between second and third, but there's nobody at second, so he gets back to second. Now there are 2 outs. So Port St. Joe has scored in every inning so far. To Sammy trying to get out of this inning. Eli Harris. Wait, what's going on? This is... Oh, this is supposed to be Harris. Oh, man. Well, I'm not sure what's going on with the lineup now. This is Buchanan. He's hitting 7th, but this should be the 4th spot, I thought. Brown was, I don't know what's going on. Ball gets to the backstop. Either way, if the run scores, the game's over. Because Caden Brown was just up. Maybe they did hit in a different spot. Yeah, I guess that's... No, Reese is on deck, so Buchanan, I guess, is hitting for Harris here. Misses high. Runner is halfway up third. Now that is... I agree. 2-0 the count. Ball pops out of the catcher's glove, and there's your game. Jenkins scores from third on the pass ball. Good night. That is it. Final. No, what's going? All right, I don't know what we're talking about here. The game is over. I'm going to put the run on the board. 18-8. Yes. Thank you. They were waiting on the scoreboard, and they got it. Final in 4 innings. 18-8. So Port St. Joe wins it, and they will come in to play tomorrow at 12:30 against Paxton, Avon Park, and against San Antonio tomorrow at 10 a.m. That was a wild one, to say the least. We went back in time, replayed part of the third. Port St. Joe thought they had won the game at the top of the 4th. They thought they won it again. This time they did. So the final in 4, it's Port St. Joe 18, Avon Park 8. I want to thank everyone with Veterans Memorial Park here in Bristol for hosting this 2019 Florida Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament. Tony Smith, State Director, National Directors as well. Ron Morris. And thanks to the Jock Jive crew, Chuck Sebastian, Robert Williamson, Mike Rideout as well. I'm Marty Paulman saying so long. The final in 4 innings. Port St. Joe 18 and Avon Park 8, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Well,